You are the problem, you are the issue, and until you realize that it's you against you and stop blaming other people, you are going to keep feeling that you are stuck. Okay? Hi, my name is Jess. Welcome to my channel. This is where we glow up. We do it spiritually, mentally, physically, however, however you can glow up, we're freaking doing it. Today, we are talking about why it's you versus you, and you got to stop blaming people for you being ugly, fat, etc. Okay? What kind of prompted this was I saw this video of this girl complaining. She's sitting there, no makeup on, in the most drab clothing ever, and she's just sitting there complaining that like she's basically screwed because she's ugly, and she's accepted that she's never going to get like into a great relation, or I think she said romantic relationship, because you know she's ugly or whatever. And I saw another video where another girl was just sitting there complaining about being ugly, and so it just it makes me so sad because both of the videos that I saw, neither of them had any makeup on, neither of them was like wearing anything that was super flattering for themselves. I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of girls especially, that don't know how to do makeup. Like they say that they don't know how to do makeup, not me saying that they don't, but not knowing how to do like a simple everyday makeup look. And so that'll probably be my next video, because I want everyone to have a makeup tutorial where it doesn't matter what kind of brands of makeup you have or buy or whatever, like you will be able to get the makeup look done. But the main point of this is none of the people that you see that you think are beautiful, you know, these supermodels, these celebrities, most of the people in your hometown that you're like, wow, she's gorgeous, they don't do nothing, okay? They most likely, besides the rare few diamonds in the rough, they probably have to wear at least light makeup. They probably have some kind of exercise regimen that they do. Maybe they play sports. Who knows? Maybe they go for walks every day. Something like that, where they're taking care of their body and they're taking care of themselves. Most of the people that you find attractive do things for themselves. So the only thing that is really different between you and them is how much you are willing to put into yourself, okay? And I don't even want plastic surgery to enter this chat, or fillers or anything like that. Anything that you cannot do yourself for no money. So we're going to talk about how we can glow up for very cheap or free a little later. But guys, like the girls that you find pretty, they do stuff for themselves. And so if you feel like you're not attractive, if you feel like you're below average, literally all you have to do is start putting in more work than the average person. And I truly believe that you can bring yourself up very high, but at least for yourself, you can bring yourself up a notch, okay? I know a few months ago, or it was almost like a year ago, before I started my like glow up journey, I was like, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds heavier. I guess 20 now. 20 pounds heavier. None of my clothes fit. I was not wearing makeup. I was wearing these ugly little buns on the back of my head that made me look bald. I was walking around like this, like, and I felt like crap all the time, and I felt like I had let myself go after, and it really did seem like I was stuck. Like there was no way for me to get out. And what I've realized is it was because I was like too lazy to make that first step to get the momentum rolling. And that's really what you have to get yourself to do, is you have to get the ball rolling, okay? So even when I was, let's go back to 20 pounds me, 20 pounds heavier me. Once I got down 10 pounds, I felt way better. Now that I'm down another 10 pounds, I feel way better. I still have 20 more pounds to go. But guess what? I know in 10 more pounds, I'm going to feel so much better. And then that last 10, I'm going to feel so much better. And maybe I'll get there and be like, you know what? I want to lose 20 more. I don't know. But like, you don't need, especially if it's like weight loss. Let's say you have 100 pounds that you need to lose. You are going to feel prettier. You're going to feel like you look better. 20 pounds, or I guess 20 pounds down. Okay, so when you still have 80 pounds to lose, you're still going to feel like you look better at 20 pounds. So there's no reason not to start now, because you're like, I have so much to lose. It doesn't matter how much you have to lose. Once you start making the steps to looking better and feeling better, once you start exercising, once you start taking care of your body, once you get rid of that initial water weight that makes your face look like it's freaking 30 pounds heavier than it is, you will immediately begin looking and feeling better. And maybe no one will notice it, but you will. You'll know. And that's all that matters. That gives you confidence. That helps you to keep going. So you don't need to look at the whole weight loss. I've got, like, if I had kept saying like, oh my gosh, I have 50 pounds to lose, I have 40 pounds to lose, I would have never started, because it's like, that's going to take me 6 months. Okay, I was just like, I know I need to get in this routine. I know I need to start doing these things. And so I did them. And that's what I want you to do. Okay, I want you to sit there. You say, I know that I need to lose this amount of weight, but what are the habits that I can start doing that'll help that? And then you just focus on doing those habits. The weight, who cares? Stop giving a shit about the weight. What habits do you need to start doing every single day to get you to the point that you want to be in? Let's talk about money too, okay? When I started TikTok Shop and I wasn't seeing any sales, or you know, when I did see a bunch of sales and then all of a sudden it went away, okay? That doesn't matter. All that matters is I have to get on and post my shit every single day, okay? I'm doing YouTube, I'm doing TikTok, I'm doing all these things. The views, they don't matter. They really, really, really don't matter, okay? 0 people might watch this. 1 million people might watch this. I have no idea. All I know is I have to come on and talk to you over and over and over again, because it's my habits that are going to build this platform. It is my habits that is going to build an income on TikTok Shop. It is my habits that's going to help me lose weight. Okay, so don't even bring the weight, the money, the looks, the whatever, don't even bring that into it. You need to look at what habits will get you whatever your goals are, and you just need to stick with those, okay? Stop worrying about other shit. It doesn't freaking matter. If the habits aren't there, then nothing else is. The habits aren't there, nothing else is. It's you versus you, but it's you looking at those habits, knowing that you don't want to fucking do them. Nobody wants to do them. Nobody wants to go on a walk. Nobody wants to get up early. Nobody wants to drink water instead of soda. Nobody wants to do any of that. Like, nobody. I don't want to fucking do that. I want to drink Diet Coke. I don't even want to drink Diet Coke. I want to drink Baja Blast. Real Coke. I want to drink gallons of McDonald's sweet tea. But guess what? That will not make me happy in the end. That is not consistent with my goals. So I can't do that. And you can't either. Okay? The thing with being prettier is, if you have makeup, if you already have makeup, then start putting it on every day. I'm not saying you have to look insane. You don't. For every day, I don't even touch eyeshadow, okay? I don't even touch eyeliner. I don't even touch a bunch of things. But what I do is the things that I know that will make me look best. The things that will bring out the best look in me. I also realized I forgot to put on lip gloss before this video. Let's just fix that real quick. Okay. Okay. So you put on makeup every day. You put on deodorant every day. You put on spray every single freaking day so that you smell good. Okay, you shave your legs every single time. You reach down and you're like, oh, those are a little stubbly. And you put on lotion after. You do your hair every single day so that you look as pretty as you can be every single day. Because your confidence grows, okay? When you start doing your makeup all the time, when you start walking every day, your confidence goes up and up and up. When you start listening to affirmations every day, your confidence goes up and up and up. Okay? So let's talk about glowing up on a budget / $0, whatever. I guess let's start with the fitness portion first because I feel like that's what I talked about the most. Deciding you're not going to drink sodas anymore. That is free and it will really help. I know my face literally like deflated within a week of me stopping sodas, so I definitely do that. It was really hard. It was really hard, especially because I was drinking like 5 Diet Cokes a day. And then I just like a cold turkey switched over. I felt like shit for a week, but it was worth it. And have I had a soda since I quit? Yes. But I haven't drank more than one, like a day or in like a time period. And I just usually don't get them, honestly. So I feel like I successfully quit. And I really recommend y'all doing that. So you can do that. You can drink more water. You can actually track your water and type into ChatGPT, how much water should I be drinking every day? Make sure you're drinking that amount of water. Walking helps so freaking much. It is the most underrated tool for weight loss because you can walk and walk and walk and it does not raise your hunger. If you work out, if you lift weights, it probably will increase your hunger. Just so you know. Just so you know. I know every single time I start doing weightlifting, my hunger increases. I love running, but my hunger increases. And so if you're just trying to lose weight, I definitely recommend walking. I try to get an hour every day and I have seen amazing results. Calorie counting or portion tracking. Everybody hates on Liv Schmidt, but I think she's great if you don't want to count calories. She basically says, you know, don't eat off a big plate, put it on a little plate, and then if you need more, then you grab more. But you basically eat, you know, try to eat slowly, see if you're full, and you don't want to eat till fullness. You want to eat to where you're just satisfied. You want to be, if you're trying to lose weight, you want to feel hunger somewhat throughout the day. Not like extreme hunger. You don't want to be starving because then you're going to binge, but she basically teaches you that you do not need to be afraid of feeling a little uncomfortable, like feeling a little hungry, not hangry, not crazy, nothing crazy. You do have to learn to eat before you get to the point where you're so hungry that you can eat anything. Like, you still need to make good decisions. So it's a great thing to learn, but you know, it's going to take you sitting through the feeling, the I want to be full. I think a lot of us have food mixed with like emotional issues that need to be worked through. So you're gonna have to figure out something. Okay, if I'm feeling sad, if I'm feeling stressed, what can I do instead of eating? Also another choice is calorie counting. MyFitnessPal is a great thing. Once again, ChatGPT. I say I'm 5'9", this many pounds. How many calories can I eat? I always say to do the sedentary calories, so that do the sedentary and then do your walks, and that way if you miscalculate a little bit, you still have a little bit of room. And like I said, walking doesn't really raise your hunger that much, so that is what I have always done, and I've had good results with. Right now I am on a peptide to help me lose weight, and I am loving it. I can talk about that in another video if y'all are really interested. I'm also doing little like Pilates workouts, but if you're just starting your glow up journey, I really just recommend walking, trying to get an hour walk in. Let's talk about beauty. Your skin is the base of everything. I don't know, I'm not going to tell you to go and get a bunch of makeup or get a bunch of anything, or a bunch of makeup, a bunch of skincare. What I can say for the majority of people, if you have okay skin, is you need something that's going to help you to take the makeup off. I use these makeup remover pads, they're reusable. And then a really good moisturizer. That's really all you need unless you have certain issues. I am currently on like an anti-aging wrinkle, because you see these were a lot more defined a little while ago. So I've been doing anti-aging. I've been loving this Medicube triple collagen cream. It's like 20 bucks. And then I've been using retinol. I didn't realize this was 1% retinol. And then vitamin C serum. I think all of these, like I think this is $10 and the other one I think is like 10 to 15. But I've started to get where I'm like kind of, my skin's peeling, which means it's like too harsh. So I don't really know exactly what is doing that. I think I might have been using the retinol too much, but I also have like a makeup balm that's exfoliating, and I know that sometimes when I use that, my face feels like a little tight. So I think it's that, and then overusing this. So I'm not going to necessarily recommend these yet, but I do really love this Medicube collagen cream if you are looking for something to help with fine lines and wrinkles. Let's talk about makeup, what you actually need. Not much. I think a tinted moisturizer, a light foundation, a foundation serum, even I have this glow sunscreen. If you're like, I really don't know anything about makeup, like I'm scared of makeup, get this glow sunscreen, okay? It's like a tinted sunscreen, so it applies just like one. It's very easy. I have a few, we'll talk about this in a different video, but tinted moisturizer, tinted sunscreen, something like that. You can do a little concealer under the eyes, a little blush. I like bronzer because I like to look tan, but either blush or bronzer. Blush and bronzer, or just blush. And then something for your eyelashes, and make sure your eyebrows look okay. That's really all you need. And you should be looking great. For your hair, do your hair every single day. I don't know what style you need. You need to figure out a look that looks good for you, that you can do every day. And then a holy shit, I overslept, I need to throw my hair up. What can you do? I like to do like a French twist. I also did a like YouTube short on some other hairstyles. If y'all want more, I can do those, but you at least need to have like a hair down style that you can do, and a quick like 2-minute I'm in a hurry kind of style. Let's talk about what else we can do. Affirmations. Affirmations are free. Affirmations are free. Subliminals that you listen to at night, those are free. You do not have to pay any money for those. You should be doing them. Okay? Especially if you feel like you're ugly, if you feel like you can't lose weight. Listen to those weight loss subliminals. I'm not saying day one anything's gonna happen, but you start saying to yourself, weight loss is so easy for me. I'm getting skinnier and skinnier every day. And then you listen to those weight loss subliminals, girl, it starts working fast. So I really love those. I like Sama subs. What else is there? Spray tan. If you want an instant glow up, get a spray tan. Dressing nicer, dressing more colorful, okay? Everyone loves to wear black, gray, leggings, sweatpants, okay? But you don't feel your best in those, okay? Figure out some colors that brings out the beauty in your face. Try different colors. You're never going to know what colors really suit you until you start trying different ones, okay? I feel like red looks great on me. I feel like a lot of pinks look great on me. But then other colors like green, it does not look good, even though I really like green, okay? But you're not gonna know that until you start trying things, okay? Find clothes that fit, make sure everything fits well, because you are not going to feel confident if you are squeezing into something and you feel like you're, you know, like floating over the sides. That doesn't feel good. So if you need to buy something, go to the thrift store. Go to Walmart. They have cute stuff. I know if you watch this literally tonight, Pretty Little Thing has a sale going on that's like 60% off. I just got some stuff from there. But there's always somewhere doing a sale. If you need some new clothes because none of them fit, go to Fashion Nova. Go to the thrift store. People will say, fast fashion. Guys, right now you are being selfish. It is selfish time. You're worrying about yourself, okay? Just you. That's all that matters. Make sure you're getting some sleep. Let's talk about how else. Money. Money. What are you doing to make more money? Are you posting on social media? Do you want to? Is that like a lifelong dream? If you say to me, Jess, I want to do social media, but I want to wait until blah, 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 blah. Girl, start now. Start now. Do not wait too long. But yeah, TikTok Shop, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, all of those are monetized. Twitch, whatever. You can go on all those. You can, I mean, it takes some time. You're going to have to set a schedule and you're going to have to follow it. If you're like, no, I don't want to be on social media, start walking dogs. Start learning about investing. Start doing whatever you can to make more money. Okay? Because then you can put more money into yourself. I think if I could go back in time and do anything, I would have, like before I had kids, I would have gone and worked at either a plastic surgeon or a med spa so that I could have gotten free or cheaper procedures. maybe that still is in my wheelhouse. I don't know. But do anything. Go to a tanning salon and get a job there. Okay, there's so many things. Make sure everything that you're doing, try to make it so that it'll benefit you. Okay? Don't go get a job at McDonald's if you can help it. I mean, I like McDonald's. I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts forever ago. And I really enjoyed that. I actually lost so much weight there because it was just on my feet. I was counting calories too, but, you know, it was fun. But, you know, if you can get a job somewhere that's going to really do something for you, then do that, okay? if you can get a job at like Aritzia or Lululemon, girl, get a job there. Do not, if that's an option, you better apply for it. Okay? If you can get free Aritzia shit, if you can get free Lululemon shit, you better send in the application. Okay? Another thing. This one's gonna be controversial, but if you have especially a septum ring, and you have seen all these videos of people saying that everyone with a septum ring is either dumb or a whore. Have y'all seen those videos? I've been seeing them going around, but it's basically just saying, it's like septum nose theory. I know that people have been commenting that on literally every single person that has one. I am not here to tell you what to do, but I am saying that if you know that the majority of people disrespect or respect you less for doing something, you should probably not do it. And the reason why, I know me and everyone else is going to say it doesn't matter what people think, blah blah blah, but it does matter how people treat you. Okay? And if you know that because you have a septum ring, people are more likely to be rude, disrespectful to you, if they are more likely to talk down on you, to think you're dumb, to not listen to you because of a piece of jewelry, I personally think that it's probably not worth it. Maybe you don't think so. Another thing I really wish someone had told me is to not get visible tattoos. This is probably the only one that's super visible. But I know that is one of the first things that people notice about me. That is one of the things that people speak to me about the most, like initially, like, oh, is that a real tattoo? Blah, blah, blah. And so I know that immediately I'm getting judged on that tattoo, whether they think it's cool or not. That is an immediate judgment zone. So I really wish that I had not gotten it, because I know that a lot of people don't respect people that have tattoos as much. I don't know why. I feel like everybody has a tattoo at this day and age, but I always want people to respect me, and I always expect people to. And so there is nothing that I want to do that is going to lower that, because it's more, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it correctly. Do I care if people like my tattoos or not? No. But what I do care about is that I am respected at all times. And that's what's important to me. Anyway, I think that's it. I will talk to you guys later. I hope you're having a great day. Bye now.